So, are you working somewhere as a service management consultant, or what exactly it is at the moment?
I think we had a discussion, right, last time. Yeah, I'm working as solution architect in FSM C4C in SM area.
Okay, no, no. Which module are you working currently? That's what I was
My
asking.
project has three modules, which I mentioned.
All three. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right.
okay.
Okay.
So coming back to the course curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
So what you see that topics which we are going to cover, it
Mm-hmm.
starts with, explanation, solution and deployment, and then intelligent enterprise
Mm-hmm.
and implementing SAP S4HANA, how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll pause and share back.
Also, Ali, I guess there's an echo coming up. Can you just go on mute and unmute when you're talking?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. You're able to hear. Now the echo has decreased. You're able to hear me, guys.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So you have any concept which you want to understand whether we are going to cover in the course or not, Ali? Or
I would
should I
like
go
you
through what?
to. I
Mm-hmm.
would like you to focus on integrations. I mean, along with whatever you are going to teach me.
Yeah, that will be
Apart from that, I
definitely there.
want you to focus on integration, how the system is integrated with the FSM,
Mm-hmm.
right? All the integration points. And
Okay.
apart from that, the process with reference to FSM and S4, and also
Uh-huh.
give an overview of Service Cloud, FSM, and S4, how the entire, process is working, since you're
Yeah.
already working on that scenario.
Yes.
Apart from that,
So
I
mhm.
also would I also want you to cover returns and repair management along with advanced
That is
shipment.
core CSM.
Sorry?
That is core SM. Anyhow, we are going to cover it. What you
Yeah,
sir
yeah.
told, service,
Advanced
repairs,
shipment, drop shipment,
warranty.
all of those scenarios.
In the reports, we have advanced shipments, and we have something as a return from customer, return from company. So whatever there is in SM core concept that we are going to cover. Okay,
Okay.
coming back to integrations, yeah, definitely we will
Mm-hmm.
be discussing about integrations. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
there is something called as theoretical and practical in integration.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, what we can discuss with respect to integration is what all settings you need to perform as part of integration to enable the communication between C4C or FSM. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but if you ask me to show a end-to-end scenario from C4C to SM, that is not going to happen because
No,
we
I
know.
already know. I
Yeah,
am
yeah,
already aware of that because
yeah.
I am also working on a similar sort of a profile which you mentioned. But
Okay.
in my case,
Mhm.
service management is not involved. It is
Yeah,
ECC.
no problem. Since you are aware that, but overall, I want to tell what is possible so that we are on the same page,
Yeah.
right? So, what is possible, what I will be showing live, what I will be telling theoretically, and one more thing, what we need to communicate with the cross-functional modules, what information we will be required, no, needed from them for setting
Mm-hmm.
up things in our system, and what they will be expecting, how
Mm-hmm.
to troubleshoot any issue comes up. You
Mm-hmm.
talk about C4C in S4 or FSM or S4, but there is something called as CPI in between, without which we cannot make integration enable. So we
Mm-hmm.
will be covering all those, what integration, how we are going to communicate, what information we will be asking to CPA consultant,
Mm-hmm.
what iflows all the relevant for SM module. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that information, that detailed discussion we will be having. Okay.
Okay. So if you ask me to integrate C4C and FSM, or maybe C4C, ECC, and FSM, I would be able to
Mhm.
do. I mean, I don't have any issues. But
See,
with
when
S4, how
SI,
yeah. But
go
with
ahead.
S4, what exactly do we do in the S4 system to enable all those integration points? That is what I would like to understand.
Yeah, I mean, when we start this course, curriculum is more centric towards SM module.
Hmm.
Okay, as a SM consultant, we should be capable or knowledgeable enough to
Hmm.
do the configuration, which
Hmm.
includes either it might be integration points, either it might be core functionality points, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So what we will be discussing as a SM consultant, okay, you might play dual role in project, but that is different thing, okay?
Hmm.
But this course is main specific to SM.
Hmm.
So SM, as a SM consultant, what kind of configuration you will do in S4HANA to make system integrated with C4C, that we will be discussing. Okay.
Integrated with C4C, or I would like, yeah, maybe C4C or FSM, whichever
There
system.
can You told
Yeah.
only two scenarios, either
Yeah. Yeah.
C4C or FSM. We can
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
have
Hmm.
FSM, C4C, S4.
Yeah.
A client can also have
Hmm.
this tree landscape. It is not
Yeah.
like
Yeah. So I'm already working on a project which has
we will
C4C, FSM, and ECC.
ECC.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will be covering that whatever is I mean possible within the
Uh-huh.
integration point of view, but it comes with a limitation.
Hmm.
Something can be shown directly in the system. Something
Hmm.
I can share the integration points, how the things works. That will be a theoretical because we don't have access to C4C or CPR,
Hmm.
FSM box. Okay.
Hmm. Okay, that is fine. Also, what I have got to know is that we had a CS module earlier, right, in
Mm-hmm.
ECC, and
Mm-hmm.
in SAP CRM we already had a service in SAP CRM, right? So both of
Uh-huh.
them have now been clubbed together, and it is a part. It is called as SM, S4HANA SM. Is that true?
No, it is up to some extent true, but not completely. Just
Okay.
to give you background, SAP CRM has its own service model,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
and SAP ECC has its own CS model, right?
Hmm.
So SAP has taken some functionalities of CS, okay, and
Hmm.
70 to 80% functionality of SAP CRM services,
Okay.
and then 10 to 20% of Fury,
Hmm.
technology, okay, and
Hmm.
all these three they have integrated and release a SM model in S4HANA.
Okay.
Okay.
So do we also have, see, when I was going through some of the documents, it
Mhm.
mentioned S4HANA service and S4HANA service management. Are these two different?
It is called as service management only. Maybe some people prefer to call only service.
And do we
It's
also
just
have
a
S4HANA
jargon.
CS? No.
When you purchase S4HANA box,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
SAP provides two modules. It has CS module also.
Hmm.
Let me complete. Okay. It has
Hmm.
SM module also.
Hmm.
Okay. And now it's up to the implementation team, project team, which CS, whether they want to opt for CS or they want to opt for SM for their implementation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, I
Clear?
mean, what is the difference between them? When I was under the impression that we only have S4HANA SM now and no CS. CS is going to get obsolete.
See, after some time, same thing SAP CRM. SAP is telling that SAP CRM will be absolute from the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
5 6 years. Yeah, but
Correct,
still it
correct.
is continuing. So
But
SAP is okay. We cannot have the timeline, but they have communicated that okay. Since S4 is a new model, I mean, good updated new technology, please going forward implement SM for your services operation. And for existing customers who are on the ECC and planning to migrate to S4, they are recommending that okay, you have S4, you are migrating to S4 HANA. Please also migrate or utilize SM, which is already there in S4 HANA. It in short, it is simple like that. You have a flight, right? In flight, you have a business class, you have a economy class. If a client is having S4 HANA, okay, and he
mhm,
is still implementing CS, it is like a person sitting in a economy class even though he has a business class ticket,
mhm,
because
yeah,
SM comes with the good functionalities, update functionalities including AI, future wise, accessibility wise. So it has latest functionality, but we are having a lack of awareness in the market from consultant perspective wise also, from implementation perspective wise also. So it will take some time to get product mature or to get the product dilute, I would say. Like when SAP, initially SAP CRM came, no one knows SAP CRM in the market. It was a very niche module, right?
Mm.
But slowly as the time goes, it has become a saturated model. Everything happens with, same thing happens with every new model of SAP. And this is a cycle. SM will also go to the cycle. Now SM is just in the initial, niche model. Lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't know the functionality of it. And some people, prefer to implement CS because they do not find the resource of SM. Got
Mm-hmm.
it?
Mm.
Even though
Okay.
they have S4HANA,
Yes.
they
So I
still
mean,
opt for CS. They say that
yes.
we will implement CS because we don't have the skill set required to implement the SM. So that's how the new module SM is all about. Hope that
Mm-hmm. Okay.
answers
So
your question.
S4HANA doesn't have CS. It is having SM only. CS was a part of ECC, right? Correct? Am
No,
I?
it was breaking. Can you repeat one more time?
So, I mean, whatever discussion that we have had so far, what I'm making out of
Uh,
it is that yeah,
mm.
CS was a part of ECC. It is not a part of S4HANA, right? So S4HANA only is going to have SM going forward, right? That's what you're saying.
See, I tell you one thing yet. You have ECC, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And in ECC, we have SD, right?
Hmm.
In S4HANA, we have SD sales, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So what does it derives? It derives that same functionality has been upgraded and named as SAP SD sales, correct?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Similarly, in ECC, you have CS,
Hmm.
okay? And you have taken S4HANA box. When you
Hmm.
purchase S4HANA box, in S4HANA box, you have CS submodule as well as SM submodule. SAP says that I am catering you both. Whichever
Hmm.
you want,
Hmm.
you implement it.
Yeah.
Got
So,
it?
I mean, coming
That's
back
why
to my earlier
I
question,
told.
are there
That's why I
differences
told
in
flight
functionality?
flight example, right?
Yeah.
Flight example I told, right?
Hmm.
You have a when you purchase a S4 HANA box, it means that you are having a business class ticket.
Hmm.
Okay. So will someone opt for economic to sit in a economy class even though they have business class ticket? No, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I got it. I got your point.
So future wise, functionality wise,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
flexibility wise, SM is the what SAP recommends to use and implement. Okay,
Okay. Okay. So, what are the course contents? Can you show me? Apart from this, is there anything else? Scheduling,
we
maintenance,
have
planning.
39 topics. Yeah,
Okay.
I can maximize and you can go
Okay.
through.
Exploring deployment
Mm.
options. Okay. Implementing S4HANA. Okay. Okay. So the SD, I mean, I believe 20 to 25 to 30% is SD, right? If I'm not wrong.
It is not SD, it is CS concepts.
No, I think it is CS, but CS also involves SD. 20-30% is SD. Like pricing and billing and all is all SD, right? Well, those are SD concepts.
See, you know what is the difference between sales pricing and service pricing?
Yeah, I mean, pricing procedure, I mean, as a C4C consultant,
Yeah, coming
pricing
back.
works the
Yeah,
same way, right?
yeah, coming back to your question. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is not hard and fast rule that if anyone is implementing service model, they have to implement SD. No, let's assume that there is a XYZ client. He's not in a sales.
Hmm.
Okay, he's in a
Hmm.
service only.
Hmm.
In that scenario, why he will implement SD? He will not implement SD. He will implement only service. In service, what is a parameter for service related pricing? Time and material. Based upon these two parameters, we bill to the customer or raise the DMR, debit memo request to the customer. So
Hmm.
in service pricing, we have time and material. Material in the sense it can be spare part also. It can,
Yeah, I'm not, no, no, I'm
uh,
not asking that. That I'm
yeah.
aware
So
of.
it is not, in short, to answer your question, it is not a mandatory rule to have SD module compulsory when you implement SM or CS. Okay. For example, this 20 is talking about additional service processes like contract management, okay, intental management, all those stuff. All these are service related functionalities, not sales. Yeah, if your company is involved or a client is involved in sales and service, then there might be some integration which we will discuss in the point number 29. For example, if the defect part is out of warranty,
Mm.
in that case you are selling a spare part to the customer, right?
Yeah.
So in those scenarios sales comes, and
Mm.
the spare part is very bulky. Service technician cannot carry with him, it has to be transport. Then we will be having outbound delivery. Outbound delivery is part
Mm.
of HD. So wherever the concept comes up, where we have integration with respect to outbound inbound delivery and sales quotation, sales order, that we will be discussing.
No, no. What I was trying to ask you is, let's say pricing and billing, right? So if you talk
Mhm.
about pricing, being a C4C consultant, I am aware of how the pricing works in C4C, how we fetch the pricing. But ECC, the all the pricing procedure and everything is configured. So if you go for a SD course, when there are other training institutes also, which I've already
Mhm.
had a discussion with. If you go with an
Okay.
SD course, they are going to tell you each and everything from scratch, like integrating the enterprise structure and everything, which also includes pricing and billing concepts. So pricing and billing in detail, they are not going to cover in this course, but they are going to definitely shed some light on pricing and billing as well. Along with that, they are going to share some videos and all, so that I get a hang of how the pricing works, how it is configured, how the pricing is getting fetched in ECC or maybe in S4HANA. So I'm just wanted to ask you, are you also going to cover that part?
I am going to tell you how the service pricing is set up,
Hmm.
okay, and how the
Hmm.
DMR is there. Nothing videos or anything more than that.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. And since SM is, as you already mentioned that 70 to 80% or maybe 60-70% is all CRM
Mm.
service. So is
Mm.
IC part also covered here in SM or is it not?
Yeah.
Interaction center.
Yeah, interaction center, it is covered. Uh, if you, but it will be not covered in depth, because if you ask me to show the web UI configuration,
Mm-hmm.
it is all CRM, course, CRM stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But let's assume that, but the scenario which you told, S4 HANA C4C integration scenario, we discuss about S4 HANA FSM integration, and we discuss about all three integration also. But there can also be one more scenario where S4 HANA is getting implemented as a standalone,
Mm-hmm.
okay, where
Mm-hmm.
only is getting implemented as standalone and SM is getting implemented. But this kind of implementation is very less. I'm not denying that it is not possible. Client has not implemented only S4 HANA standalone and utilizing SM. There might be some clients who are using only S4 HANA with SM only without any integration.
Mm-hmm.
In those, for those clients, they will be asking that, okay, for our customer facing, do we have any, what you say, interface, so where our employees can interact with the customer directly? Then
Mm-hmm.
we have a web UI concept of CRM, which SAP has taken from CRM and embedded in S4 HANA. So we can discuss about web UI, okay, of how customer interaction center, what are the functionalities, navigations, etc. But you tell me one thing.
Mm-hmm.
If the client has C4C and client has S4 HANA,
Mm-hmm.
which will be the front facing application for the customer?
G4C, obviously.
Yeah. Similarly, when we have S4 HANA and FSM,
Mm-hmm.
okay, in
Mm-hmm.
those scenario, again there can be a subcategory where service request directly getting created in S4 HANA through any third party interface,
Mm-hmm.
or call center agent utilizing CRM web client to create the service request and replicate to FSM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we will be discussing interaction center, okay, but it
Mm-hmm.
will be not in depth. Okay, we'll be discussing how to enable business role, what config we can do in the business role. Okay.
Mhm.
And we will be, but definitely we will be not discussing how CTA integration work with the web client. Yeah.
Okay.
That is not that we will be covering, but yeah, what is a business available business role and how we can do the customization of navigation bar. Okay. Or screen enhancement.
Mm.
Okay, that we
Okay.
can discuss.
Okay. Okay. So how long is this training going to be? For how
30
many?
hours.
30 hours.
Yeah.
And we can have, I think I already spoke to you. We can have classes over the weekend, right?
Yeah, I
The
mean,
2 hour
I think,
class.
yeah, I think Sai will discuss with Sai. Sai updated me. You also told last time we can have that, but course will be, it will be take long time to completion. You guys are need to be patient. Yeah, it will take around
Yeah,
one and
yeah.
a
I
half
mean,
month. Yeah,
2 hours Saturday, 2 hours Sunday, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah. So,
sometimes in there might be a cases where you might be held up with something, not able to attend, or my same from my end, so we
mhm,
can accommodate that any common slot which we find after discussing.
mhm. Okay, okay, okay. Got it,
Yeah.
got it. So, Sai, will I be getting access to the
Yes,
server?
yes, yes. Those
For
things.
how long do you provide that?
Yes, yes. I will discuss that once we are done with the demo. Like,
You're
all
breaking
will
a
be
bit.
provided as a part
You're
of, right?
breaking. Is it from my end or maybe?
Okay. I was saying that like all the things what are included with the training, I'll be discussing post this demo. Maybe take I mean after this demo, I mean to say. Okay.
Okay,
But
okay,
server will be provided. Okay.
okay, okay. And Mohammed, one
Mhm.
last question.
No, you ask many
S4HANA
two
is
questions.
on-premise or cloud, or it is public cloud, right? So this is
Yeah,
going to be on-premise, right?
this
So
is
you cannot
going to
provide
be,
me access to the cloud. But I think the configurations and all are same in either on-premise or
yeah,
private cloud.
navigations are same, but Sai, it's up to Sai which server he is going to provide.
On-prem only.